Let's talk about the holidays and about our relationships and about all the things that make the holidays the most beautiful time of year and also the most stressful, challenging time of year. Welcome, everyone. I'm Dr. Nikki Starr. Perhaps you know who I am, and perhaps this is the first time you're meeting me. Welcome, welcome. I like to call myself a multi-dimensional activator because I support people in life, love, business, also at the soul level, the physical level, the mental level. This work really includes all of you because as humans, we're so complex and we are multi-dimensional ourselves. And the beautiful thing is just by shifting and evolving one aspect of yourself, you can shift and evolve another area of your life. And so the holidays is a great time to really reflect on our life and who we are and our relationships, and if we're in love with our relationships, and if we have a great relationship with our family, or if we're in belovedship, if that's really what we want it to be, or if we're not, why is that, right? And so the holidays is a time where people really reflect on what they want. I can remember years back being in my Malibu house, and it was during COVID, and I remember sitting on the couch. I had to cancel plans with my family because they had all gotten COVID. I was supposed to fly over to New York, and instead I ended up spending Christmas with some friends, but I remember feeling like so sad. I had wanted to be with my family. Of course, there were circumstances out of my control, but I also remembered at that time I had really wanted my beloved. And so now that all of those things have manifested, I know it's because of the work that I've done, right? Like my beloved has arrived and we're in a beautiful relationship because of the work that I've done. It has nothing to do with anyone else. And I'm in a great relationship with my family that I'm really looking forward to seeing them for the holidays this year because of the work that I've done on myself. It doesn't even matter what anyone else does. And so there's that beautiful quote, I think it was by Ram Dass, where it's like, you think you're enlightened, go visit your family, right? And it's true because when we incarnate with people who are our family, like we're bound by blood, like does not matter what happens in this life. Even if you decide not to speak, you will always be bound together and you will always affect each other. And so avoidance is never the answer. Really, if there is conflict, challenge, we want to go straight into that. There's gold there for us. There's a treasure there for us. Even if you think you've had the most challenging family situation, the most challenging family dynamic, know that that is here to serve you. And I truly love relationships so much. I love it so much. I actually started a separate Instagram account for that on love and relationships because that in of itself, I have a whole library of work and teachings. And I decided that for this holiday season, all of my codes and courses that are related to relationships. Now, this could be relationships with family, with friends, with colleagues, with beloved, right? Romantic relationships. They really require us to show up to life and reflect on how we are responding or reacting to situations. And I recently made a post about my holiday bundle, and in it I wrote, like, become the most delightful person in the room, right? So like when you go to a party or an event and someone walks into the room and they have this energy about them that's really magnetic and beautiful. Or did you ever meet a person and you just like want to keep talking to them? Be that person. And if you're not that person right now, become that person. And that is all your work. It has nothing to do with anyone else. However, the mirror of the other person, aka your family, aka your friends, your beloved, or if you don't have a beloved, that's showing you something as well. And so the mirror of everyone is letting us know how we're doing. So if our relationships and our friendships are thriving and we're in a really great place with our mother, our father, our family, our friends, our siblings, that's a testament to you, right? And you could say, yeah, but they did this to me, and yeah, but they're like this, and they're really challenging. That's all fine and dandy. And remember, different things bring out different things in certain people, right? So If you meet a person, you'll have a certain reaction response to that person. Then you meet another person, you have a different response and reaction to that person. Oftentimes it's karma. So sometimes you're like, well, why is it that like my sibling gets along really well with my parent, but I don't, right? You could compare, and it's like different karmas. You don't know what's happened in other lives. That being said, why not become the person that you bring out the best in every single person you meet? You can do that. You absolutely can. And I so believe that to be true because I have witnessed firsthand in all of my clients with my wisdom that I share around relationships, with the mindset, with the energy hygiene techniques. Literally, they transform the most challenging relationships. I even had people that didn't talk to their parents for like 20 years rekindle connection and find compassion and forgiveness, even though they felt their parent was like the worst person in the whole world. It gets to be that way. It gets that healing gets to happen. Whatever trauma, whatever tragedy, whatever challenge you have lived in any relationship can be healed to not only help you feel your best and be the best person and be that delightful person that brings out the best in everyone else, but also to enhance every relationship. Your relationships at work, your relationships with friends, your relationships with family, and belovedship. And I feel belovedship is always one of the most important relationships because it's the foundation of the family unit, which is foundational to the community unit and then to the nation. And the Tao talks about this. You know, the Tao, the book of wisdom that is so ancient, talks about that the man-woman relationship is so important. And so this holiday bundle that I created is in support of healing, evolving, up-leveling, enhancing all of your relationships so that you can go from dreading or maybe avoiding family time or saying, okay, I only want to spend this much time there. We better get out before it gets all conflict or right? To actually enjoying it and can't wait to see your family. Can't wait to catch up, to connect with even the most challenging people in your life because you are that powerful. And that's the technology of relationships. So relationships are so intelligent in our lives and they're beautiful. And may they be that way for you. And it is a practice. Just like anything is a spiritual practice, so are relationships. So are the way you show up to relationships and how you respond when you get triggered or something happens. You know, the measure of a masterful alchemist of relationships is not because you never experience conflict or challenge. It's actually how you handle the contrast that you meet with every person. Because the truth is, people are going to trigger you. It's just a natural thing. However, your mindset and what you make things mean or what you believe things mean can make all the difference. And so in my holiday bundle, I decided to put together 7 of my offers, as well as you can add on a one-to-one session or not, so that you can be supportive to show up to the holidays in a completely new way that people are even going to notice, like, wow, you've changed, you've transformed. Like your energy is going to be so bright and shining and beautiful that your energy alone will be the most powerful energy in the room to shift everyone into the frequency of love, connection, compassion, forgiveness. You be the leader. You lead the way. And the beautiful thing is your family doesn't even have to transform or change. Like they don't have to do the spiritual work. Your siblings, they don't have to do the spiritual work for the relationship to get better as long as you do it. Because as humans, we polarize each other. So if I show up in joy and cheer and happy and super high vibe and super positive, and it's not just about that, but I choose to do the work around healing whatever maybe caused some tension between you and a sibling, you and a parent, you and a cousin, you and an aunt, you and an uncle, la la la, right? You do that work, you heal it, you show up so differently. And it takes two to tango in relationships. So if you change your energy, you change your perspective about a situation in the past that maybe was challenging, the whole it completely changes. Only you have to change for the relationship to get better. And you're not changing because there's something wrong with you. No, it's not about that. It's because we are here to live our ultimate potential. We're here to show up as our best selves. Like, we want to do that for ourselves. It's not because of another. It's like, no, I want to clear as much karma in this life. I want to have the best relationships as possible. So I'm going to do whatever it takes. I'm going to do the work. I'm going to look at myself. I'm going to be radically responsible for how I show up in relationships. And it's such rewarding work. And you're going to find that you even meet people who are so much more enjoyable. It's like your whole circle of people will upgrade by doing this work. So it's not just for the holidays. However, like, this is the time of year you might be the most inspired, because sometimes you might dread the dramas that can come with going to your family or going to someone else's family, or even your in-laws, right? Because sometimes people have some friction with their in-laws. So I highly recommend my holiday bundle. Like I said, it's 7 offers. So it's 4 ascension codes, and they are acceptance, compassion, forgiveness, love. But of course, all of those are high spiritual virtues and embodiments to support you in relating in the most beautiful way. And why would you not want to activate more of those inside of yourself? Because once you go through them, there are video transmissions that you go through with energy healing, with light language, with words of wisdom. And I share very specific energy techniques that are proven to transform how you show up to the world, and most importantly, how you feel. So you feel accepting of others, accepting of yourself, in love with yourself, in love with others, being that fountain, that source of love. So wherever you go, you are raising the frequency of the room. Compassion for yourself, compassion for others, forgiveness for yourself, forgiveness for others. All of these things clear all of those distortions, those tensions, those conflicts in your field and in your family's field too. And also blessings and gratitude. Blessings and gratitude to you too. And then I also included 1 ascension code, which is harmony. So most people don't even realize that the level of abundance that you are experiencing in your life is very much connected to how much harmony you live in your life, in your relationships, in your business, with your family, with your friends. And so that abundance code not only is going to activate more harmony in your relationships, but it's going to bring you even more abundance into your life. And who doesn't want more abundance during the holiday season? Of course we do, right? And then there's 2 courses. My Ultimate Relationships course, which is so beautiful and in-depth, and is not only a transmission on the function of relationships, how to see them so that they serve your evolution, your greatest becoming, how to enhance them. And I go over not only romantic relationship, but also relationships with family, friends. It's relationships in general. And there are some modules that are more connected to belovedship, which will only enhance your current romantic relationship. And if you're not in relationship yet, this will absolutely help to call in your match. And that also includes so much beautiful healing and energy work, and very specific things to work on your masculine and your feminine energy as well. So that is a super well-rounded course in relationships. And then I also include my 44 Days of Compassion container. And that container, we just finished filming it live, my beloved and I. And though he's not on camera, he's there doing it with me. But we experienced profound levels of compassion and harmony thanks to that container, where we have disagreed and had the least amount of disagreement or little kind of nudgy things that can happen in relationships, especially when you live together all the time and you're always together. Honestly, we were amazed. We're like, wow, this mantra really works. This container is really working for us to enhance our relationship. So we felt so much more love in those 44 days of compassion. And so you might be even thinking too, okay, well, I don't have the time to do all that. But actually you do, because the awesome thing about this is you can go through it all on your phone, and it will be a journey that over the holidays you can, we're in the 10th of December. So actually Christmas isn't even until the 15 days. So in 2 weeks, you can absolutely go through the 5 codes. If you chose 5 different days, you marked it in your calendar, you marked off an hour of your time, absolutely you can get through that before Christmas, no problem. And then if you started the 44 days of compassion, that's going to take you into the new year, which is how beautiful to really be in that compassionate space over the holiday season to start your new year. And those are anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour or so, not even, I would say 20 to 40 minutes each. And so you can just do it when you're cooking, when you're wrapping the gifts, you just listen. And when it's time for the mantra, you just close your eyes and you do the mantra together with us. And so it would really be so I decided to, when you sign up for the holiday bundle, I created an outline for how I think could be really great for you to step into doing this over 44 days. And I feel it can be the most easy transformational experience ever that you can just weave beautifully into your life. Some of the modules you can just listen to while you're driving. And then when it gets to the healing portion, you just make a note. And then once you're home, you do that healing portion where you're quiet in a meditative space. And so what fun would that be for you to go on this journey and show up to the holidays in a new and improved and enhanced way that makes this holiday the best one yet. And so someone said, how can we find our soulmate? So then I would say to that, the Ultimate Relationships course is really great for that, because I actually created it right before I met my beloved. And we go through really powerful healing and transformation, and you really see relationships in a new way. And so how do you find your beloved, especially when you're shy and from 90s? I'm not sure what that means, but what I would say to you is you have an opportunity here to allow the holidays to serve you. Allow your time with your family, with your friends to be the most beautiful time, and you can prepare, right? It's you can show up having done some, I don't even like to say homework, because some people allude homework to this time when, how do I say, almost in school, and you're oh, I don't want to do that, right? So I wouldn't even say homework, but I would say maybe more a makeover. It's really like a makeover. Who doesn't like a makeover? Where you get evolved into the next level, where you get to show up in your highest light, right? And then if you have specific people in your life that you feel I don't know why it's so challenging, we can work on comic contracts. So I have 2 options I have, where you can get all 7 offers on their own, and that comes out to over $2,000. You can get it for $1,555. And if you want to add the one-to-one session, which brings the total, if you were to buy everything individually, to over $3,000, you can get it for $2,222. So that gives you 2 courses, 5 codes, plus the one-to-one session with me for $2,222. And that's the one I recommend. Get in the one-to-one session too, because if there's anything that feels really tricky or challenging, and you're like, no matter what I say or do, it's just such a hard relationship, we can look at your karmic contracts with this person in the Akashic record space, and we can upgrade those contracts, and we can also do some healing work to heal any karmas and clear any energies between you and the other person. And we can also do like a general karmic clearing with you and everyone in your family and you and everyone you're going to see over the holiday season. And so that's like next level and really amazing. And so I wish you the happiest holidays. I wish you so much love and so much joy and so much cheer. I wish for you to be the most delightful person in the room, and I would love to support you in that. So definitely reach out to me to sign up for the holiday bundle. I definitely recommend adding in that one-to-one, and I look forward to supporting your journey. Big kiss to you, and I will see you inside my inbox. Bye for now.